Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 211. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Crash. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Crash. I'm back from EXO. I'm back from the land of the green, hence why my room is all green still. I've just come back and it's like, wow. It's still
I
so
miss
green.
EXO.
I miss it so much, man. No. Oh, man, EXO. EXO. After doing 2 days there, I'm like, wow, this is really the way. I'm working on a video at the moment for my YouTube channel, but this is the way that trade shows should be. Always.
EXO.
The way EXO did it. Maybe not, it needs to be bigger, but yeah. I love the fact that what they did was, obviously we had the fan fest the first day, which was dope, and a bunch of other stuff, but the fan fest day was cool. But the day after was like split into 2 different slots. So you had like a morning slot and an afternoon slot. And what they did was it allowed everyone to get to everything. Like, you were queuing for certain little things, but the queues weren't like... It's not like when you go to an EGX or probably a PAX or something, where it's like, you're queuing 4 hours for a 20-minute demo. Like, it was literally like, get people in, get people out, and away we go. It was really good.
Do we know how many people were there?
We don't. I don't know the exact number. It could have been worse, I assume, because they did. I don't think it sold out on any of the days. The only day it sold out was the fan fest day.
Got it.
So, and it was packed, but even that weren't crazy. It weren't bad. But if you don't know what this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast here on youtube.com/myxboxandme, or any podcast service around the world, iTunes, Spotify. I've been doing it for so long that SoundCloud is just in my head. Anywhere that you get a podcast, you should be able to get this one, so please go check it out. Make sure you leave us a review if you haven't already, especially if you don't. Even if you don't use iTunes, you can go on their website and type My Xbox and Me. You can leave a review. Please do that. It helps us chart each week and get more viewers in. My Xbox and Me is here, and it's here to stay, Crash. We've got some exciting news ahead of us. I'll talk about it very, very soon. Okay. You already know. Most people already know. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what's going on. Like, you know the exciting stuff. But But don't forget, you can get the show early over on patreon.com/mcfixer if you want to support the show financially. Drop a couple bucks our way. Please do consider doing that. Events. I forgot about it, but this week is the kind of funny meetups. So if you're going to be around if you're going to be around London and you want to chill, you want to hang out, please do feel free to hit me up. Most of you already have me on social, but it's at MC Fixer everywhere. I'm hosting a community night on Thursday and Friday night, and then we have the actual show Saturday, and then I'm disappearing. People are like, what are you doing Sunday? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I live in London. I am hiding. I am done. That will be 3 full days of talking to people, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing Sunday. No, thank you. But yeah, I'm doing a meetup at Junkyard Golf, which is a mini golf place in Shoreditch. For anyone who wants to be there, we're meeting at the Shoreditch High Street station at 5 p.m. So if you want to come along to that, no tickets needed, just pay your entry and we'll get you in with the rest of the community. And on Friday night, we are meeting at the O2 Nando's. We're going to do lunch there at, I believe that might be 4 o'clock p.m. There's a post out there on my Twitter. At 4 o'clock p.m. we're going to do lunch there, and then we're going to go bowling at the Mega Bowl at Hollywood. So if you want to be involved in any of that and hang out with some kind of funny best friends, yes, but also a lot of our communities there. Obviously people that you've probably heard of in my Twitch chat and people that write into this show and stuff like that. So please do consider checking it out. Other than that, we have game night, which is going to be happening the 30th of November at 7 p.m. and we will be playing Call of Duty, of course, because I'm addicted. Crash. I'm addicted. I am. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm playing through the other games I've been playing. I'm like, I don't want to play this.
You don't play Call of Duty?
Call of Duty multiplayer. Especially.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about it in a second. But no Patreon producer this month. So this jumps straight into topic of the show. Obviously, EXO was this week. All the media were out at EXO and asking the big man himself, Phil Spencer, some questions. And we got a nice little quote here, which was the Xbox Project Scarlett will not be out of position on price or power with the next-gen competition. Microsoft's next-gen Xbox, codenamed Project Scarlett, will, quote, not be out of position or power or price, compared to the PlayStation 5 this time round, according to Xbox Phil Spencer. Spencer spoke to The Verge. This is an important learning from the current generation, which saw Microsoft infamously launch the Xbox One at £100 and dollars premium compared to the PS4. Despite being a less powerful console, being competitive in power and price is the key for Microsoft, as Spencer and his team have worked on the Scarlett, quote, with a goal of having market success. Now, there was more to this, but I thought this was quite an interesting topic to talk about, Chris, because I think that is something that I even forgot. I forgot when the Xbox One launched, the Kinect was bundled in. And that really did hold a lot of people back. A lot of people didn't like the Kinect. Number one, didn't want a camera in the house. And I remember the marketing towards that was, Kinect is always on. You have to have it connected to your console if you want to use the machine. Do you know when we talk about the bad marketing about the Xbox One, I truly do forget how bad it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was really bad. It was really rough.
Really bad. But the Kinect was a big, for me, I didn't care about the Kinect. Like, I actually wanted the Kinect because I always believed in the tech, because I remember playing UFC. I always believed like it's a better Kinect with smaller space and I'm like, yeah, I'm in, let's go. And then bought it obviously and just didn't use it apart from Xbox on, Xbox turn off. That was literally it. So it was crazy, and then it didn't work really either, and it was just a bit of a pain. But that is going to be a big driving point for people this time around. As long as it's parity in price, imagine Xbox come cheaper. Can you imagine a world that the Scarlett is cheaper than the PS5?
Yeah,
I
mean,
but
I don't know. Anything is possible, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I have no clue. My thing about this quote is like, it really doesn't mean anything to me. It's great that they're looking at it from like a perspective of they want to compete, but until like we get prices, it doesn't mean anything.
No, but I do think it's good to be talking about it early.
Oh, absolutely.
To set people in the right place and the right mind frame. I mean, when you come out and say this, it means it's not $600. To me, that's how I take it. Maybe I'm reading him wrong. Maybe I'm reading him wrong.
No. What that says is that they will be competing with Sony's console. They both drop in at $700. Easy. Easy cleanup.
I really do think this thing's going to come in at $400.
Yeah, I think
with
that's
the
the
X
sweet
going
spot,
down
to be
to
honest.
$300. And the jump in power is, we know the specs, so I don't understand the specs. Like it just doesn't. I go straight over my head. Like it just doesn't for me. I can't work it all out. But for me, it's a case of, all right, if you can launch this thing at $400, that's a sweet spot. Even if PlayStation come in at $450, you're like, all right, well we've got them. We've got them in that regard. They've already got in my opinion, they've already got the better services. With Game Pass, Gold, what else is there? They haven't got EA Access no more, but that doesn't matter. But it's like they've got xCloud, like they're gonna have the better services out there.
Yeah.
Now it's a case of
absolutely.
How do you get people in? And the way you do that is having a cheaper box. Because $50 is $50.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think for Microsoft, their goal will be not necessarily to sell you on the box, which we've been talking about for so long. They want to sell you on the ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So I think they'll continue to push that, and the box will be priced at a good price compared to PlayStation. Not saying that it'll be cheaper, but it'll be at least as expensive as the PlayStation console.
I want it to be cheaper though. If it comes in cheaper, because I think that will tell us a big. Because right now, you talk to and if I talk to anyone, they own a PlayStation. Simple. Like it doesn't matter who you talk to casually. They own a PlayStation. Own a PlayStation. Own a PlayStation. I'm really interested if they come in $50 cheaper. Is that a case of like, oh, I just play FIFA on Column this year. I want the one that's cheaper. Is that all it's going to take to go from a failure to a success next gen?
I don't think $50 difference would do it, Because a lot of like why Microsoft lost on the launch of this gen was the messaging. It was the messaging. It was like when they were like, "Oh, what if people on the military who can't be connected all the time? Oh, you have the 360."
Yeah.
It was messaging like
That's
that that was just really poor. That where people who might have been into Xbox were like, "Yeah, no, I don't really want it anymore. Sony's cheaper, and they're not giving us that messaging." So
see, I wonder
think with,
how much messaging actually matters when it matters to us, the hardcore gamer. So that's a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, but I wonder how much it actually matters to the casual audience, or is it just a case of stinger at the end and it says PlayStation? That means I'm going to go out and buy a PlayStation. Stinger at the end for Star Wars means Xbox. That means I've got to get it on Xbox. Some people do not understand these games are not exclusives.
Oh yeah, there's for the longest time when Destiny 1, because it had the PlayStation advertising. For the longest time, people thought it was a PlayStation exclusive. The same thing happened with Call of Duty, like in the 360 era.
That's true. Yeah, that's very
true. Advertisements like that really do a big job for people who don't know the difference, who don't know games are coming to everything.
Yeah, it's interesting. Xbox has definitely stepped up their marketing. I can tell you that just from being at the cinema, because I remember we used to go to me and Haley go to the cinema quite often, and every time we see a Sony one, she boos. The other day, an Xbox one come up, and she just looked at me and just like, look. I'm like, Haley, I don't make any money from these ads. Stop being excited. And she's like, it's us, we won. I'm like, no, we didn't. We don't have any stock in any shares in Microsoft. God damn it! When that happens, then get excited. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean. What? Now it's got me thinking though. Like, what is gonna come of this next generation? I already got an X. My household now is X'd out. We are X'd out, baby. Why do we need this next console? I have a PC. Why do I need this, Crash?
I swear, you go to this question, you answer it for yourself, or I answer it for you, and you're like, oh man, I know why. I'm excited for the Scarlett again. Then you're like, why am I getting it again? I need you to remind me for a second.
But if I'm thinking this, E3 this year, E3 this year for Xbox, they better remind me. They better tell me why I need this. They better tell me. If I am saying this, just being to XO, do an Xbox podcast, 211 weeks in a row. If I'm saying this, there's got to be others out there. There has to be.
Yeah. Question. I gotta stop saying that now.
So, for those people who don't know, Paul pointed out to Crash that he said...
It wasn't Paul. It was Reese.
Oh, you're right. It was Reese. No, it was Reese. Yeah, you're right, bastard. He's the one that pointed that interesting to me as well. It's Reese's fault. He won't hear this for another 20 weeks, but it's his fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, question, go ahead.
Sony made a statement recently about how they want people to move to their new console at a quicker rate.
Yeah.
Do you think Microsoft has that same conversation internally?
Internally, not externally. I think internally it's a case of we need to get people off of the one as quick as possible. And like you said it, which is whether it's in a PC ecosystem or a Xbox ecosystem,
right.
But we need to get them off of the one as quick as possible, or at least off of the one onto an X, which is where I think what I think they're doing now with the All Access. I didn't put it in the news this week, but All Access is now available on Amazon as well in the US.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's available in the UK, but I know in the US it definitely is. Which is like, okay, that's the place everyone goes to buy a console. If you're offering them a way to get a console, if they do this with the Scarlett,
yeah.
Like, even if it's
huge.
$60 a month, yeah? That's what a phone costs. Sometimes, depends on your package still, don't get me wrong. But it's like, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. But yeah, I definitely do think internally it's a case of, this gen's gone. For a win, this generation is dead. They've done a great job in recovering. It was like they recovered. It's like any sports analogy I could use there, but like, they really did recover well. They were knocked out on the canvas, down at 9, and then they woke up.
And they got up.
They woke up and sprinted up. They didn't just get up slowly and were like, oh, I'm not sure where I am. They got up and was like, all right, let's go again. Like, I mean, I can't wait. I actually can't, I'm so again, it sounds stupid, but I'm so excited for E3. Like, we got Game Awards before then and a bunch of other stuff, but I'm so excited for E3, man. I really am. Okay. Let's move on to Fix This Sack. Remember, if you have a question, email in. Joe, what? I need to check the emails real quick. Email in. My Xbox and me.
You haven't checked the emails in how long?
2 weeks. My Xbox and me podcast@gmail.com. I'm doing it live on the show right now. Oh, crap. I'm not signed in.
You're not signed in? He's not doing it live on the show.
I really don't think.
Do you have it on your phone?
Nah.
Okay.
Wait, let's find out. Wait.
Wait. I might be signed in on my end.
Wait. Okay, yeah, no, we've just got emails from PayPal.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. Email in my Xbox and me podcast@gmail.com or find us on the Facebook group, my Xbox and me podcast, the Facebook group. You can ask questions in there. There's a bunch of chatter. The chatter has died in the Facebook group. I'm not going to lie. Since Discord
moved to Discord.
Because Discord is bumping now, everyone's died on Facebook. The Facebook crew need to come through. I'm looking for a new mod for that group and people to be posting stories in there again. Moody's stop posting in there. It's all gone. It's all gone.
So, would you rather them be in Facebook or Discord?
I wanted to pick wherever they want to be comfortable. And let's be honest, I want them in Discord. Discord is bumping right now. Discord is so fun right now. I'm loving Discord. It's getting people in there. People understanding you can mute things. Because of you dick. I hate you, Crash. I hate you.
Look, would you rather people just mute the whole channel or mute specific things?
I would rather people not mute at all. But I'd rather people mute other people's Discords and not mine.
Okay, I understand. It's not possible, but I understand. I get it.
Douchebag. First question is...
uncalled for.
The Video Game Awards will be announcing this year's nominees this evening. Do you and Kresh think you can guess the nominees for Best Game of 2019 will be? From Mr. Moody. Kresh, do you think you could... between us, let's say so we've got to do 5 between us, we can guess what is going to be up for Game of the Year this year for 2019. So you can go first.
Sekiro.
That's an easy one, right? Definitely going to be up for nominees. Plays to that audience that like those hard type games. And it's just a fantastic game overall. If we're being serious, it is. It really is fun. I would go, obviously, Resident Evil 2. I know it came out at the beginning of the year, but it's still that game that every podcast I listen to, everyone still mentions it, which is dope. And if it doesn't win, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so upset. And I have nothing. Again, I have nothing in it. It doesn't matter if it wins or not. It's still my game of the year. But that game, dude. I still remember the time that was announced. Me freaking out to the first time I played that game, to the first time I beat that game, to beating it again and again, and then learning to speedrun at least the first half of the game. What, you was about to check me, yeah?
I was absolutely about to check you.
I don't know the second half of the game. I know the first half. I can do the first half in about 20... I say the first half. I can do the whole police station in about 20 minutes.
That's still a big chunk of the game.
It's not, though. It isn't. There's no bosses. There's only one boss.
Okay, the only reason I say it's a big chunk of the game is it's one of the most convoluted parts of the game.
It's not, though. If you know it, it's really not.
Yeah, but I don't know it that well, so it's very convoluted for me. I remember running it with my Claire, the second character, and I was getting lost in places I should have known how to get through. I'm like, where does this lead?
That's how I felt back when I was like, what Arrow was I when 2 came out? 90, I think I was 5. That's how I felt then. Ugh.
You were 5.
Yeah.
Of course, that's how you felt.
Yeah, but I love that game. So many good memories, man. I can still see myself at my great granddad's house upstairs in my aunt and uncle's bedroom, playing on their PS1, and the moment that Ada's hanging over the edge and he's holding her hand and he drops her, I can just see it, and I can see me. It's like I'm having an out of body experience right now, Crash. I can see me sat on the bed like, oh my god, why was my mum and dad let me play these games? Because they're great parents, you're right. Alright, so Sekiro, Resident Evil. What else?
Star Wars.
No. You can't say that yet. Jesus.
Does it cut off? No, okay, so
it cuts off the day it came out.
Got it. Okay, so the only reason I was going to say Star Wars is because everybody's loving it, and it's Star Wars. So exactly.
I generally think you might be right. I think people are going to be like, I think it tells you a lot about the industry if that game is put forward. Because there's a lot of people who wouldn't have beat that game but still put it up for this award, knowing that, oh, it's a good game from what I've played so far. Because the cut-off date was the 15th, the day it came out.
Got it.
So, that's an interesting one. Yeah. So you're going to Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, I hate to say it, but Death Stranding's going to be on there. I hate to say it. I've not played the game, so I shouldn't really have an opinion of it because I don't know. But from what I've watched, I don't think it looks good at all. And it's one of those games, again, that I think if you love it, you absolutely love being Postman Pat. That's like your jam. You love it. You're delivering your parcels. The rain's doing the thing and the stuff's happening and there's mud and you're slipping over. You love it. And then if you're someone like me who looks at that game, you just go, ugh, no thank you. And it's such a shame because I love Kojima. I really do. And maybe when this game's like £20, I'll pick it up. But right now, I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah,
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I'd go. Yeah.
Death Stranding.
It's the Game Awards. Of course, Death Stranding's gonna be up for it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Even if you want to pretend Keely's not biased, he's biased. I love him, but come on.
Okay, he's definitely biased when it comes to Kojima. I think we've seen that already. Oh man, 5th game. Are there any big indie games that came out this year?
Probably a load, but
we don't know.
I don't know, and we're terrible. We need a third person on this podcast who plays indie games. Because we just talk AAA.
Yeah.
AAA, AA. Yeah. No, for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I feel like if it was a indie game for Game of the Year, we would have like.
We would have played it. I'm sure we would have been forced to have played it. Right? We were forced to play Celeste. We were forced to play. What was it before that? Like whatever Journey. You know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
What else is there that came out this year?
There's so much that came out, but
there's so much good. But I don't know.
Be up for it? No, that's past the cutoff date. No, the same day.
It's same day as Star Wars.
I don't think that'll be up for Game of the Year though.
I don't either. I want to say, I really want to say Devil May Cry, but I don't think it makes it.
That game was so good.
Yeah, I really want to say Devil May Cry, but I really don't think it makes it. I think Devil May Cry is still my Game of the Year so far.
Yeah, but you're drunk.
No. You're saying it's Resident Evil, which is wild.
No, it's not wild. Okay, games we've missed, yeah? Just off the top of my head, off this list, what I've got here. We've missed Call of Duty. We missed Outer Worlds. We missed Borderlands 3. We missed Apex. Okay. We missed Metro Exodus. We missed Gears of War 5. We missed
Do you think Gears of War 5 gets up there?
I think it's a great game, and I think it will probably end up being as my Xbox and me's Xbox Game of the Year. I think Gears of War will probably win it when we have that discussion. But no. We missed Crackdown 3.
You know what? That's definitely it. Forget all the other nominees. That's the only thing that matters.
We missed Anthem.
Do you think do you think Borderlands will make it?
No.
I don't either.
No, Borderlands is good. Borderlands is a good game.
Oh, absolutely. No. Not that.
Game. It's probably in my top 6 games this year, but it's more Borderlands.
Yeah. Absolutely, I completely agree with that. It didn't have as big of a conversation around it as I thought it would.
I think Call of Duty might be up there.
You think so?
Because of the
I haven't played the campaign.
The story is so good.
Okay.
Like, I'm shocked at how good it is. Like, it has... No, do you know what? I shouldn't say that. I was about to say it has no business being this good. It has business being this good, and it's finally good. It finally doesn't feel like... Push forward, get to the next checkpoint. Push forward, get to the next checkpoint. It's not that this time. It really isn't. And the way they've... dude, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Not that it touched me in any crazy way, but just... It's finally a Call of Duty game that I can actually put my hat on and go, this is actually really good. Like, I've never been a Call of Duty single-player guy. I just don't think any of them are good. I've played Ghost. I played... Black Ops. I've played them. They're just, to me, they're not good. This is the first one since probably Modern Warfare 4, which makes sense. It's a remake of. It's not. It's a reimagining of. And the way it ends, even I got excited. And I'm like, I don't even care about Call of Duty. Why am I getting excited? So yeah, I mean, I'll go Call of Duty. Just so Call of Duty, Sekiro, Resident Evil. Resident Evil. What else do we say?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And Death Stranding.
Yes. There you go, Moody. If we're right, you owe us a soda. Next up, it says, here is the scenario. Google comes to you for help launching Google Stadia. What do you do to make people want it over xCloud? Love the show. Keep on keeping on, from FNH Paul. Paul, thank you very much for the question number 1, and thank you very much for hanging out with me at XO this year. So appreciate you, dude. I hope you enjoyed.
Shout out
chilling.
to Paul.
Shout out to Paul. Killing the game right now. Twitch.tv/FNH Paul. So do we have a clean slate, I imagine? Like, all the stuff that's out currently is not already out, and we get to sort of
No,
like,
it's already out.
It's already out.
Google comes to you for help launching Google Stadia. Oh, maybe it's a clean state. I don't think it's a clean state.
How do you
I don't think
do
it's
this?
fair if it's a clean state.
If it's
from
like,
here.
If it's from
right
now.
here. Yeah.
Oh, it's done. I don't even.
Yeah.
No, I can't help it.
Okay, if it's a clean state, how do you fix...
If it's a clean slate, you start by instantly. The Founders Pack is a preview program. You are buying into a preview of our latest technology that we want you to come on our journey with us. Yes, we're charging you a premium, and you get these 5 games free because of it. Destiny 2, Rage 2. What other crap are they launching with?
Destiny 2, Rage 2. You probably want a fighting game in there, so MK11 or Sam Show.
Something like that. You get what I'm saying, though. It's like,
yeah.
You are buying into the Founders Pack. You get 5 games built in with this. Everything else you have to buy, because that's how they want to do it. Me personally, it should be a subscription service. They should have went to
with everything. It's like Netflix. Yeah.
That's what it should have been.
Agreed.
That's what this should have
been.
Even if it was lesser titles, I would then be more appreciative of it. It's like, oh, it's new technology, and but I've got this whole catalogue of, I think they got 22 games now at launch. Of these 22 games, I can play them all. Like, I'm not buying these games. It's not happening. So for me, this is how you market it. You're buying into the preview program as a founder. You get these 5 games for free to check out the technology. You can buy other games here in our store. And number 1, then it would mitigate the problems which are, doesn't work on the phone straight away. The YouTube integration is not there right away. It's like, you are launching, they are launching a product that isn't even half baked. It's a quarter baked.
Yeah.
So, and to beat xCloud, I think you do what xCloud is doing, which is you preview it, even if you want to charge people. Like, if xCloud would have charged people, I don't think anyone would be upset right now. It's like,
no,
you bought
I like, to be honest,
I kind of wish they did it.
If I could do that and play it on my
iPhone,
I probably would,
Me
just
too.
to test it out.
Me too. 100.
Even if I don't plan on investing it long term,
Yep.
just to mess with it, I would.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I would have marketed it. I still don't think it has a chance of beating. I don't think, like, you couldn't come to me and say this, because, like, how do I do it? Is we do what xCloud is doing currently with the marketing, which is streaming is not the future. It's just a pillar that can be added to it. Every game that xCloud, that Stadia has, should be cross progression and cross play.
Yeah.
Every single one. Every single one they signed up should have that, because this is an addition to an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Switch. This isn't taking over. It isn't. That's what they wanted to do, and that's how they've marketed it. But that is the wrong way.
But that's not what it is.
It is. It just isn't ready yet.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, for me, there's like one of 2 ways you go about it, and I don't think either of these ways would work. One is you team up with Nintendo or Sony, and you are their streaming platform along with like third-party games, obviously. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't work because Nintendo doesn't need you. The Switch is already mobile.
Yep.
And Sony, you've established yourself as a competitor to gaming, to like the status quo in gaming right now, not as sort of a catalyst for it. So Sony's not going to team up with you. I think they'd sooner go to Xbox and join xCloud, even though I don't think they do that either.
Who, Sony?
Then, yeah.
Oh, I think that's,
then go
100%.
with Google Stadia.
Then go up against Google are the evil in this. Let's be honest. It's it's the friend of my friend is like,
is my enemy.
Is my enemy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather sign. Well, you can already see that with them. They signed up for the Microsoft Azure streaming stuff, and that's what they've done. That's practically. We don't know what Sony have in the bag yet, but
Yeah,
we know
but
Microsoft's making
there's
money
something
from
going there. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. So, no, I like that won't happen because the way Google set itself up, like your console's outdated, you don't need a console anymore, you don't need a box anymore.
they were too heavy-handed with their marketing.
Exactly. That's marketing you come out with after you win the fight. Like that's the marketing you do when you want to kick the guy while he's down.
But that's the market you come out when you've got a decent launch lineup at least with exclusives. And if you give me 20 exclusives where I can only play these games here forever, I don't want timed exclusives either. Then maybe I check it out. Maybe because
it doesn't even need to be 20. If they came out with 3 good exclusives.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. The reason I say more than that, or at least, okay, maybe 3 good at the start, and then I pass.
Yeah, but then more coming out.
Coming down the line.
Yeah.
Which is exclusive forever. I don't want a timed exclusive because I would rather play this on a different platform. Let's be serious. I don't trust Google. I don't want Google's platform. I don't like Google. It's just they own YouTube. Like, I can't do anything else about it. I can't not.
And
Google
they own.
things.
And they own I was about to say, and they own the main search engine you use.
But I could easily go to Ask Jeeves.
True. And Bing.
I could.
Shout out to Microsoft.
I could. It's just I don't currently.
No. Yeah, no, I get it. The second option would be for them to team up with like an EA or an Ubisoft,
but they've done that.
Again, doesn't happen.
They've partnered with it, but the pure fact that you've partnered with it. Go on.
I'm not saying partnering with it as in bringing their games over. I mean like partner as in bringing exclusives to it.
That's never gonna happen though.
Exactly. Yeah. And if it were to happen, it would be one exclusive, and it'd be an exclusive that Ubisoft knows nobody really cares about, so we can put it on that platform to test the waters.
Rayman, Stadia.
Honestly, yeah. And it's like a year later, that didn't work out. We're moving it to other consoles. Sorry about this, Google.
Exactly. That's exactly where it would be.
So I don't think you can save Stadia as it is. The only way Stadia can potentially beat xCloud is if Stadia stays in the market for 5 years, and within 5 years it grows and changes and becomes something different.
I really hope I'm wrong. I hope this thing absolutely
absolutely
it, and all the problems that they've got currently are fixed, and they come out and they are a dope ass competitor to xCloud. I just don't
absolutely
see it.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Absolutely.
Do you know how pissed I would be if I had bought a Stadia, and I almost did, a Fans Edition, and it had all that latency and stuff? We've all seen the GIF that's going around right now, which Crash, you tagged me in, of like he pushes the spacebar, waves at the camera, then the character jumps. Like, no.
Apparently on the Pixel, the Google phone, it's not bad. I'm just saying.
That's great. Apparently you know why that's great for everybody else? Because they sent pixels out to every bloody influencer. Every influencer got a bloody pixel with their Stadia. That's why they did that. That's why they did that.
Okay, I didn't know that. I absolutely didn't even know that.
Yeah, Greg got one. I saw Greg got one. I saw the team from outside Xbox got one. Like, everybody got Pixel 4s with their Stadia, who got sent a press package for it. So obviously they were doing this like, oh crap, hopefully they don't play it on their PC or on their TV, and we've got that stuff fixed by then. Nope. Like, they thought people weren't going to do the due diligence or something. Just crazy. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. I played xCloud at Inside Xbox. At XO. It worked. The latency was fine. There was some hiccups here and there. There was also like a weird route on one of the games I played. There was like a refresh rate every... I don't know. I'll say every 10... to probably about, I can't even, that's probably every minute there was like this weird refresh that sort of like sprinkled over the screen to keep it going, which maybe that was just that one game with that one bad signal with that one bad phone, like I don't know, but it worked. Like I played Halo, I played NBA 2K. It worked. Like it did work. I'm looking forward to can't wait for it to come to iPhone and really be able to check it out.
Mess around.
Like, I'm ready, Chris. Look. I got my controller.
Oh, you already got it?
I got my controller. Yeah, because when I was I didn't. Oh, you weren't in my stream? I got given. Yeah, I'll show you guys. One sec. I got given 4 of these to give away.
Okay.
For those who listen to the podcast, it's the controller mounts for your controller. I'm gonna be giving away 1 on the stream. And I'm gonna give away 1 on the podcast as well. Which is cool. Yeah, I got given these. These are the official Xbox ones. that they were giving away at the show to like get people in. So yeah, I put my iPhone in it the other day, just wanted to see how heavy it was, and I was like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Like, I can just imagine, and I know I can just imagine any grindy game, just like laying in bed,
it'd be
watching
great,
TV, having a podcast on in the background. Don't get me wrong, all these things I could do already with my setup that I have, but to be able to do it while a bit more relaxed or watching football and doing like, oh yeah, I can't wait.
I've been laying down and playing Pokemon the last few days before I go to bed, and I'm like, imagine if I had like Destiny or something like that. I was like, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know. Obviously, I want to know like how I'm gonna get a decent headset for it though. Like, I want a wireless
headphones.
A wireless, like maybe my AirPods will be perfect. Like I've got fake.
Oh,
AirPods.
Absolutely.
I've got fake AirPods, so I just use those.
Nobody would know. Just say they're AirPods.
No, I don't like pretending to people. Do you remember when I went to Turkey? Like, we met this couple, and they were like, we were talking about money and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't really spend money on like crazy shit. And like, I had these Ray-Bans. I'm air quoting if you're not seeing on my face. And I was like, you say you don't spend money, but you got Ray-Bans. And I was like, oh, these are fake. And they were like, oh, you wear fake stuff? I'm like, hell yeah, I wear fake stuff. Are you mad? Like, yeah, I bought these £20, these ones right here, these £20 AirPods. Yeah, they work just as good as what I need them to do. So, yeah, man. I mean, like, I do want an Apple Watch now, though. I'm not going to lie to you, Crash. Chris hears about all the things I want before everybody else. Like, I wanted an iPad, so I got my iPad, finally.
Here's the thing. Fix always wants stuff, and I have to be the responsible like voice in Fix's head. Like, do you really need that fix? Do you really want that? I'm laying the groundwork for when Haley talks to him later, so that at least Fix has some of this. He completely ignores me, so it's completely irrelevant.
See, I'm alright with this Apple Watch thing though, because she wants one as well. So if she,
you guys want to get two Apple Watches?
No. Look. No, she wants an Apple Watch, and I want an Apple Watch. People always do that. When you're a couple, don't shackle us together. Don't act like we're about to buy two Apple Watches. We're about to buy one Apple Watch each, alright? It's not like, alright?
Wait.
1 plus 1 does not equal 2, alright? 1 plus 1 equals 1 each.
It equals 3. That's quick maths.
Quick maths. Good point. We got another question here from Paul, and it says, do you think more video game companies / conventions should go the route of XO 2019, keeping them smaller and more focused rather than cramming as many people as possible into a venue? And it says, quick question for Crash, do you have any plans for Thanksgiving, and what is your favourite dish? From FNH Paul. Do yours first, then we'll go into the Xbox stuff after.
Pumpkin pie.
You only just started liking pumpkin though, haven't you? Or was it you that said about the pumpkin spice latte? Who was it that said that?
I said pumpkin spice latte.
Okay.
But that's pumpkin spice latte, not
a pie.
Why are you airing me out for being a basic on the podcast?
You said it on my stream. And
why are you doing that?
Because this is what you do, Chris. This is exactly what you do to me on stream. When I'm like trying to stream, you're like, yo, everyone, you should mute your Discord channels. I'm like, yo, fuck you, dude.
Wait. No, that's not what why are you saying that? Why are you saying that's what happened? That's clearly not what happened. There was a conversation on muting Discords, and I was trying to get people to unmute your Discord by telling them they could mute specific parts. No. You see, you can rearrange the story however you want in your head, but that's not how it happened.
That's what I heard, you know.
You don't listen. You can't hear anything.
Carry on. Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, favorite dish. Thanksgiving, I don't know. I have no clue.
You don't care?
Something will happen. I'll do something.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to Friendsgiving this Friday.
You're going to
Saturday.
What?
Friendsgiving.
What the hell was that?
It's when friends gather and have food.
That's just called having friends. Something I don't know.
No, Friendsgiving, because it happens before Thanksgiving.
That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard.
I got invited to it. I didn't.
So you're in.
Invited.
So you're in. You're like, yo, I've got friends. I'm there. Friendsgiving. Let's go.
So, Ben asked me to go.
Shout out to Ben.
Going.
He's a good guy.
Shout out to Ben.
He's a good guy. But do I think more conventions should go the way of XO19? I said at the top of the show, yeah, I totally think so. It was so much better as a fan experience. That being said, I understand you don't have the same. It doesn't have that same hustle and bustle and feel of it being absolutely manic and crammed, and it was a different feel for me, someone, and I will say this from my privileged position, someone who's been to EGX for like 6 years in a row now, someone who's done Comic-Con like 4 years in a row. I stopped going Comic-Con. I just don't go anymore. I am definitely wearing thin on conventions now, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like 4 days of trying to run around and trying to film a ton of stuff. Like, I do like the way they did this. I do. I would have liked a little bit more time, but that being said, I got a headache at the second day and had to leave pool. My head was just, I was done. So yeah, I don't know. I would prefer them to do it like this, which is time allocated and stuff like that. But I do understand why they don't. It doesn't have that same hustle and bustle feeling. It is a lot of spare, empty space. They're not making as much money on concessions. They're not making as much money on merchandise. There's stuff like that you have to take all those things into account when you think about it. Where, like, if there's a long queue, you're more likely to go buy food. If there's a long queue, you're more likely to go buy merchandise. Where if it's these time slots, it's a little bit different. So
yeah, I've gone to PAX East. That's about it. My only thing would be, like, from a company's perspective, like you were saying, I don't think it's
better for the end user, the fans at the convention, but I don't think it actually works out better for the publishers and people that have their games there. Because as much as the demos are long and the queues are long, they are getting more people to then try them. Where if it's the smaller time slots, even me, I was like, oh, Skatebird's there, played it for 2 seconds, and like, oh, I'm not really feeling this. Oh, this is there. Oh, played it for, like, because there's no one behind me, like, waiting, I don't feel as compelled to force to stay there either. So
yeah, and it's also like I can go to any line and get on any game, so I don't really have to stay here and wait, like, play this as long as I can to really get a feel for it. It's like, oh, I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna go to the next thing.
Exactly. Last question, like half an hour into the show, if not longer. Do you think EA should drop the adoption of the Frostbite engine for a majority of their games? From Luke Alderslayer. Crash?
Yes. I think we talked about it on when we were doing From the Gamers.
Probably.
Because that was like around when Anthem came out, I think. Yeah, the Frostbite engine for most games is not a good engine.
Well, Star Wars is not in it, right?
A lot of developers. Yeah, no. Star Wars is Unreal, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But yeah, no. A lot of Anthem's issues, apparently, with, like, people who have worked with the engine is because of the Frostbite engine. And it's the same thing with Mass Effect Andromeda. It could be just that BioWare doesn't know how to use the engine well, or the engine's just not great. The engine was made for Battlefield, and Battlefield looks great on that engine. I don't think Battlefield needs to switch, but I do think a majority of EA...
I think it definitely comes down to... I don't think it's a case... I don't think it's as cutthroat as which the question comes across, personally. I think it's more of a case of, what does the studio want? If the studio... If most of the people working there... It's like when you go get an editing job. If you're comfortable using Sony Vegas and you can get the same job done with Sony Vegas as you can as Adobe Premiere, then use Sony Vegas. Cool, I've got no problem with that. Like, but if the work isn't as good and doesn't look as good as it would in Adobe, then you have to move over. And I think as a studio, that's probably something they have to talk about as a whole team. It should be, okay, guys, we are making Spider Tweeter 97 coming out this year. Don't know where I went with that name. Who wants to use the Frostbite engine? And then a bunch of people are like, yeah, it looks better than Unreal. I know how to do my work in it. Okay, and who wants to use Unreal? Like, I'm saying there's other engines out there, but you understand what I'm saying. It should be up for a conversation, and I don't think that's what it's like at EA at the moment. Because they paid out all this money to make this engine. Like, I understand it, and again, they don't want to pay Unreal. Like, if you make a game in Unreal, you have to pay Unreal.
They get royalties.
There's things that happen there, so I get it. I get why, and I get why people are whining about it. But again, people need to stop. I get it. I know I'll probably come across as like the corporate apologist, and I don't mean to, but people do not look at things from a business perspective, and it really does. Like, guys, come on, you really do have to, like. Especially I know people that whine and moan about films and yet they pirate films. I literally had this conversation the other day with someone who's like, "Oh, have you watched The Mandalorian the other day? Have you watched The Mandalorian yet?" And I was like, "No, Disney Plus is not out of it." He's like, "Oh yeah, no, yeah." I was like, "How did you watch it?" He's like, "Oh, I pirated it." I'm like, "Huh." I was like, I said to people always ask me, it's like, nowadays I just don't see the point in pirating. Like, once upon a time I would have, like, I used to, like, especially mute, but now I have Apple Music, so why would I pirate music? I have Netflix, absolutely. Amazon Prime, YouTube. There's enough ways for me.
I have a cinema
pass. Like, why would I pirate anymore? Like, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't agree with pirating. So yeah, that's especially now I'm in the industry. Like, I know this stupid piece of content we're making right now, Crash. I know how much that would upset me if someone was stealing it.
Right.
So imagine a multi-budget, £1 million budget show, and someone's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it, and it's entitlement. They feel entitled to just have it and watch it and just own it. It's theirs. I'm not about that life. Crush, let's get into Waspin' Out Box this week, dude. Jesus, it's a long old show this week. What have you been playing this week?
I started Star Wars game yesterday.
How is Star Wars? Did you see Jar Jar yet?
Actually, it opens up with Jar Jar, and for the first 4 hours, you play as Jar Jar Binks, bro. It's pretty.
Plot twist. It's like Metal Gear Solid 2. You play as a different character that he was expecting. Sick.
Yeah. It's fun. Combat is very similar to Sekiro, which everyone's been saying. It's not exactly like Sekiro. Like, I don't think this was made like inspired by Sekiro. I think it was made in tandem, that they just happened to make something similar, and maybe they adjusted a little bit once Sekiro came out.
Got
ya. Because Sekiro feels a lot more rhythm based in its parrying, and granted,
heavy,
I'm only 4 hours in.
Yeah.
This is parry heavy as well,
okay.
but it doesn't feel like as rhythm based.
Got you.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
But then again, I'm only 4 hours in, and maybe that changes in the future. There's platforming.
Crash doesn't like platforming.
The platforming doesn't seem difficult or annoying, so I'm not against it so far. Yeah. That's when I was talking in the stream, every time I mentioned platform, I was like, for right now, it's great. I don't know if I'll keep being as positive towards the platforming in the long run.
I hear that, yeah.
For people who don't know, I absolutely
despise
platforming. Because I'm bad at it. I'm just bad at platforming. I can't even, like, spin it any other way. I'm just horrible at it. So yeah, the story seems okay.
Oh no. Okay.
It got me interested. I'm doing this all for, I forgot his name.
No spoilers.
I forgot it.
Who, Finn?
Absolutely.
Ain't his name Finn?
Finn, yeah. I'm doing this all for Finn.
Is it not Finn?
Yeah.
Is it actually Finn?
Finn's from the movies.
Oh yeah,
Cal.
that's right. Cal. That's it.
Yeah. Cal, yeah. Yeah, it seems good. I'm kind of hit or miss with the main character.
Got ya.
Because, like, sometimes the guy who's doing the voice acting, who's an actor, does good voice acting and everything, and then sometimes it's kind of like spotted, like, not a voice actor, an actor. You know, one of those situations.
Interesting you say that. I did the interview with Don't Nod, didn't I? Not too long ago, and they don't call voice actors. It's just actors. Everyone's just an actor.
Really?
They refuse to say a voice actor's an actor, but it's more than just voice. It's more than just voice. It's It's really once the interview comes out, you'll see it and you'll see what he means. But it was
that's fair, because you do go into the mocap and everything. Right?
Not even just that though. He's just talking about the emotional state you put yourself in to then get certain lines out and how they perform with their voice.
Okay,
it was a really interesting talk.
Okay,
that as he was talking to me, I was like, you don't say voice actor, you only say actor. And he's like, yeah, it's not even something I realized, but yeah, they're not just voice actors. And I was like, huh.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for that interview.
Yeah, it's a good interview. If I do say so myself.
Okay.
I just so happen to be in it, so maybe I like it a bit more. Anything else? Star Wars, you're still a bit too early on to go into anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Star Wars, Call of Duty.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer. I haven't started the single player yet. I think that's it. I don't think I've played anything else.
I've played a ton, Crash. Played a load. Obviously,
right,
I was at EXO.
Yeah.
I played Project Resistance. The
How was
new
it?
Resident Evil game. It was okay. Again, I need to put this out in the start, which is I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and I absolutely despise anything that isn't Resident Evil. When they slap Resident Evil on a game that I don't think should be on it, I do shit on it usually. So take that very much into consideration. This game is good. I like it. I do like it. I think it's going to be a great game for about 2 weeks, which is, I feel like I'm going to play it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to level up my characters. It's Left 4 Dead E, where it's You and 4 friends go out, you pick up different items, you've all got, the thing they added is they've all got different skills. I played as the mastermind character, meaning that I could knock out cameras, so the person who is the actual master, is the, I don't know what they're called, like the dungeon master type person, couldn't set traps and stuff for us. It was good. It feels exactly like Resident Evil 2. So it has that going for it. It's dark, it's gritty, it plays exactly the same way, control scheme and everything like that. Its item system's the same, its weapons are the same, all of it. All of that is cool. My problem is it's not a Resident Evil game. It has the herbs, it has the guns, it has the world, yes, but that's not what Resident Evil is. It isn't a 4v1 game. It's just Tyrant's there and you're like, okay, cool. I just don't get it yet. And maybe it will come together in the end. And maybe this will be super fun. But I wanted this. I like the premise of what this is, which is 4 players. I would like this if it was a story-driven game. Like Outbreak, which is what I wanted. If it was that, I think this would be dope, which is you and 4 friends go off in this world in Raccoon City, or wherever it's based. I don't actually know where it's based. I assume Raccoon City. And it's another side story. It's Resident Evil 2.5, pretty much, where it's like, it's a side story that takes place in the Resident Evil world about 4 survivors that are together. That, to me, is a more interesting game than what this is. Which is, this is just 4 characters, generic characters, with 4 generic skills, playing against 1 dungeon master in a Resident Evil tan.
So what if they do the thing how Resident Evil tells most of its stories, and that's through collectibles and reading?
You trying to trigger me? Can't tell.
No, that's how Resident Evil tells most of its stories. That's not me trying to trigger you.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I'll fight you.
So, okay.
I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you have it.
We're not going to get into this.
I'm going to let you have it.
Just
move
for now,
on. I'm going to let you have it. All right? For the sake of this conversation.
Yeah.
Even still, no, that's because that's not how I want my stories told. I want cutscenes. I like my Resident Evil stories told in cutscenes and with character development and things of that nature. Which, yes, they can do that with notes and stuff like that. They could. It just isn't going to resonate the same way as a highly
an actual story
cutscene would. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like it. I think I'll play it, obviously. I'm going to play it. I just don't think it's going to have the legs to stay with me or anybody in the community, if I'm honest. I think this is definitely a case of play it. It feels very much of play it for 2 weeks and then be done.
I'm curious because, like, that's what I would have thought about a game like Dead by Daylight. But Dead by Daylight is very much still around.
Single player, story driven. It has a story in it. Dead by Daylight. No. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking Dying Light.
You think of Dying Light, yeah.
No, but it's not even like that. Like, at least that is like, I know.
Because the thing is, you're like viewing this from like Resident Evil,
which is why I said it up front.
No, I get that. But like, what I'm saying is like, it's like set up as a Dead by Daylight.
If you want like play as 4 different characters with 4 different skills and to play in a dark, gritty zombie. Tyrants chasing you down, you got to collect. So the premise of what I did was, we're in this room, we start off, we go through. Your objective was to get these 4 keys to escape. That was it. That was the premise of it. And then the dungeon keeper's throwing down liquors and a tyrant and zombies here and zombies there, mine traps here, bear traps there. That was it. That was the game.
Yeah.
Again, I played with 3 people who didn't know what they were doing either, which is so annoying. And Paul was the dungeon master. So it's like, oh great, like I'm getting killed and I'm like, oh, this is just annoying. And it's all done on a timer, so like your timer is going down as you're doing it and stuff. So
got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I generally, I am definitely conflicted when it comes to this one. So
all right,
yeah, I may be a little bit more harsh on it than I probably should be because it slapped on Resident Evil. Next up, I played Skatebird. I played it for about 2 minutes. It controlled horribly. Okay. It's not like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It doesn't control like that, which is what I thought it was going to control like. It's more. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Maybe it was just this build. Maybe it was the controller scheme. I don't know, but it just didn't feel right.
So it doesn't feel like it was supposed to play like that, or like it should have played like that.
Maybe it's supposed to play like that. It's not how I wanted it to play.
Got it. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It felt like it was stuck
Yeah.
between a Skate and a Tony Hawk, but it didn't have its own identity.
Okay. Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. I played the roller derby game, or whatever it's called, by Ubisoft. I don't actually know its exact name. The roller disco, the roller where you grab the ball and you've got to throw it through the hoop, and that played okay. It's one of those weird sports titles where I'm like, who was asking for this? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get why Ubisoft have decided to make this or publish this. It played well. It looked nice. It controlled perfectly how you'd expect it to, but I just don't get why it exists.
Yeah, a lot of those type of sports games have been like coming out for a minute now since Rocket League like blew up.
That's it. It does. Yeah,
Companies trying to get their own like sports game.
I think it's
like,
a case of if it
huge,
picks up,
huge.
if it picks up, it could be an esport. It could easily be, but I just don't see who wants to play roller. I don't even know what the sport's called. Like we're on the rollerblades and you throw the ball through the hoop. It's like it's cool. You're bashing people off and you're working as a team and blah blah blah. That is cool, but it just I don't know. I didn't get it.
So nothing more than like a PlayStation or two if you were to ever get it.
For me, I wouldn't pick this up. Like if I was to get it sent to me, maybe I'd play it for a stream once. But other than that, it definitely stinks of free to play for me. Where it's like, if it was a free to play game with customization, maybe I'd play it a bit more.
Got it.
Because you got to think the reason Rocket League is so successful is because it was PlayStation Plus.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, if that game
Rocket
was
League
£20,
wouldn't be as relevant. Yeah,
it just wouldn't be. So I think that's the case with this game as well. Where it's like either needs to be PlayStation Plus or Games with Gold or in Game Pass. Like it needs to be something like that to capitalize it somehow. Like it's not bad. It just didn't feel great.
Okay.
What else did I play? Streets of Rage 4. Played that again for like the 5th time. I was. Do you like it more every time, or is it like the same? I was so wrong. I was so wrong about the art style. So wrong. Yeah. Like absolutely.
Yeah. How could you? That person in your comments
he's right.
Was absolutely right.
He was right. He was. I was
absolutely
wrong.
Right.
It looked great. It looks great. It plays great. It plays exactly how I remember it playing. It's in Game Pass. I'm very ecstatic. I can't wait. Can't wait to play. Again, it's an interesting one because me and my dad have like a really weird relationship, but that was like the game that got me into games. So I'm super tempted to like say to my dad, "Does he want to shoot a Let's Play?" And we go through and play it together. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. Go on.
Your hype for Streets of Rage makes me more looking towards Battletoads.
So I played Battletoads as well.
What you think?
It's good. It's fine. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up as well. I played Streets of Rage, then played that, and I was like, this is interesting. Played with 2 other people, strangers. Paul was getting merchandise, so it's. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect of it. Like the side-scrolling beat 'em up part seemed okay. The tutorial was so lengthy, and you never want a lengthy tutorial at a show like that. It takes away. We got stuck on the bit where like you've got to go through and you're like, it's like a maze runner type thing. After you beat a level, and like you have an option to skip it and stuff, but we kept going. You're trying to reach checkpoints. That part was dope. I'll be honest. Like the side-scrolling beat 'em up part, I didn't really find that fun. But the fun part was the endless runner type part. Like you're all running through, trying to get past these barriers. And like if we're playing as a team of 3, imagine I died, but you kept going. I would then spawn back in, and like you would die just as I spawned back in, and then I keep going. And like that excitement, like I can imagine for some great moments on stream with that game if it's online. I'm not sure if it is or not. So it's a smaller game. It looked good, to be fair. It didn't look bad at all. But I'm not a Battletoads guy, so I don't really have that nostalgia for it.
Have you played any of the past Battletoads?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to say, is the combat similar to that or not? Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
That's fair.
Unfortunately.
All right.
But yeah, it seemed good. I'll play it. It's on Game Pass, so why not?
I love Game Pass. Shout out to Game Pass.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Game Pass. There was a ton of other games there to play, and I just got a headache the day I did.
Nothing else like stuck out.
Well, Tunic was there, which is the Zelda like Fox game. The Fox is a Zelda, that type game. Didn't get to play that. Branded was there. Didn't play that just because my head. I had a headache the moment I left the house, and it got to about 3 o'clock, I think it was, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. My head is thumping. So I just decided to leave. Which is a shame, but these games are coming. Oh, last one. I totally forgot. I played Bleeding Edge.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Game,
tell me about
very good. It reminds me of Overwatch. It's maybe it isn't that, but I played a little bit of Overwatch, like objective based fighting game. That's what it is. I can totally see where teamwork is going to come in. Me and Paul absolutely just destroyed the other team. We destroyed them. Call outs, get to A, get to B. You got the names of the people on top, so you're calling out their names. Yeah, I had a really great time. I played as the ninja character, so I had like the samurai sword, and I could go invisible, and its combat feels great. Its gameplay feels great. I hope there's going to be other game modes other than just the point-based ones. But I think it's one of those games that you're going to be easy to pick up and play from a casual point of view, but to master it, you're going to need to put a lot of hours in, which is dope.
So basically like Overwatch.
That's what it feels like to me, which is like it's a melee version of Overwatch. Will it have that same sort of legs as Overwatch? I don't think so. But it being in Game Pass is only a plus. So
do we know how much the game's going to be when it comes out?
I haven't got a clue. I just know it's in Game Pass. Yeah, I haven't got a clue. I imagine it's probably $60. Probably. I don't know.
Hopefully not more than 40.
Because
I know Overwatch launched at 40.
It doesn't look. It's not bad though. Like it's not a $60 game. It's just I get what you're saying, but I don't think
it's harder to sell people on it. And I feel like this is a game that benefits more the more people play it.
Definitely. It's definitely one of those ones. Once you play it, I can see people falling in love with it. But from what they've showed so far, I wasn't in love with it until I played it, and I was like, wow. I could have easily stood there and played like 3 more matches easily.
Oh really?
Oh,
okay.
It was
that's good.
It was that good. It was just it felt so good, so fun. Can't wait to try out the other characters as well. So yeah. Other than that, so that's just the XO, what I played. I finished the Call of Duty campaign, and I'm blown away by how good it is. I really am. I am shocked that they told a really compelling story that I just didn't expect them to. It made sense. It was interesting. It had interesting characters. It didn't quite have characters that I really cared that much about, but it did a good enough job. Like Captain Price is the best. Like it's brilliant.
Got it.
It graphically is amazing. Its gameplay is different to other Call of Duties or Santa Crash beforehand. It's not a case of push forward. It is a case of this is a story. We're telling you a story, and we're putting you in these scenarios, and you're playing it out. And it made sense, and it felt really good. I don't want to spoil it. There's a moment in the game that you can walk away and you have to see something, which I thought was really interesting. It left an option to certain things where, like, if you didn't do them, the computer would either do the decision for you or it just wouldn't happen. Yeah, just some really interesting stuff in the game. It's not on the nose, though. It doesn't tell you these things. It's a case of, we'll do it then and see what happens.
Got it.
Which I found quite interesting.
All right.
I beat that, and then last but not least, I also beat After Party.
How'd you feel about that?
So overall, I enjoyed it. I will say, I think again, I said it last week, I believe, but it does that thing in games that I hate it when it does it, where the game's like opens up, then takes you to the end, and then makes you backtrack all the way through to then go back to the start, to go back to the end again. And I hate that in games. I really do. It's one of those pet peeves for me where I don't want to know. I already know the ending, which is I get it. The ending was told. Drinking game with Satan, that's what it is. But then he sends you on a bunch of menial tasks, which some are fun, but it is a case of it is literally there are 3 mini games in it, and then they're rinse and repeated.
Oh.
So there's beer pong, there's dancing, or is it just the 2? And then I think there's another one.
So, what if that's the goal of the game, right?
That is the goal of the game. The goal of the game is your...
No.
Yeah, go on.
What if you're supposed to be in hell, and they're trying to make the game as unenjoyable as possible?
No, it's not unenjoyable.
So keep giving you the
it's not unenjoyable.
No, I'm just messing around. I'm not being honest. I'm just messing around.
Look, like, if you want I'll tell you what, though. The one thing this game did do for me was it did it did thought provoke me in certain aspects with some of the dialogue they did, where like I love playing games like this because of that, and it did make me have like a different outlook on certain things, and definitely when it comes to death as well and life, because the whole thing is your characters are put into hell. They don't know why. They don't know why they died. They don't know why they're there. They just want to get out and get back home. And I won't spoil it because obviously anything I say will be a spoiler. But if you want to go on that journey with Milo and Lola, it's a fun time. I do think it's a little bit long, but I also see why it had to be as long as it was. Again, when you play it on Game Pass, it makes it that much harder to be like, this should have been a 2-hour experience. But if you bought this game for £15 or £20, whatever it was, you expect it to be as long as it is. So it's that whole weird juck and jive between that, where it's like, I could have easily have had this experience and it'd be 3 hours, and I would have been just as happy as it being probably about 8 hours. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the humor. It was definitely my type of humor. I enjoyed the dialogue. Voice acting's fantastic. I had a few hitches with the loading screens, which is sort of when you get in the taxi, which if you've played the game you understand it, where it will sort of jolt a little bit. But yeah, other than that though, it's an interesting one. Yeah.
Okay.
It was worth playing. I'm glad that I played it.
All right.
Definitely glad that I played it.
If you bought it, would you have been satisfied with the price point?
Man, that's a hard question because I didn't buy it. Yeah, probably, because I know what I was getting.
Okay.
If you know you're walking into a walk-in sim with a couple of mini games, that's what this game is. And if you want to go on that journey, if you want that story, then yeah, it's perfect. The drinks, the drink aspect of it, I felt was interesting, but not interesting enough to keep me to care. Where like you always order drinks at the bar and then you can change your dialogue with whatever drink you have. I didn't find that dialogue actually that funny or that interesting, any more so than the other two options that I had. So
got it.
Yeah, that's sort of that, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Let's get Jesus Christ. Jesus, what do we do?
It's a long one.
What do we do here? We still got news. Do we call it and not do the news?
It's up to you, man.
I'll
free if you want to keep doing it.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
First piece of news this week is Phil Spencer wants more RPGs from Xbox Game Studios in the future. In an interview with Xbox On, Phil Spencer revealed more about what genre he believes Xbox Game Studios should be focusing on in the future. According to Spencer, the RPG genre is something that has worked well for Xbox in the past, and role-playing games should be an area that its studio should target looking forward. Spencer said, quote, RPGs are stepping up for us. End quote. And recall when Xbox had a number of exclusives in the genre, when I think Mass Effect 1, which I worked on, Jade of Empire, Fable, I remember we had really staked out RPGs are something that were important. Sorry, I butchered that quote, but yeah. This is obvious though, Crash, right? This is an obvious thing for Xbox, where it's a case of... But they need... I think the problem is they need good RPGs. And they need... Yeah. They need non... It's funny, because I was watching the Kind of Funny Games Daily... Kind of Funny reaction to the Xbox conference, because I wanted to watch it again anyway, so I was like, cool, I'll watch this. And they said that all Xbox games that were shown all have very similar art style. And I do actually agree with them, where like Grounded does look alike, and I'm worried that when Fable drops, it's going to have that same art style, the same as Rare's game. It has that same... I want a Horizon RPG. I want a...
Right.
That's what I want from Xbox. Like, I want a AAA feeling RPG. Not to say Fable isn't that, but it is still AAA, but it's not... It's not that.
Fable's been always more cartoony on the cartoonier end of RPGs, so I completely understand that. They don't have a Witcher level of detail,
exactly.
Which is what you're talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's going to be what the Initiative Studio are working on, which is like their version.
That's the quadruple A.
That's the quadruple A.
Right?
I've heard someone else say quadruple A now though. It's not just I think it's a weird. I think quadruple A is now like exclusive first party, all the money's being pumped into a project. I think that's what that is now. So Yeah, it's an
We'll see.
interesting one.
We'll see if it sticks around after the game comes out. That's when it'll be like, that's a quadruple A game.
Well,
right?
I've heard other people say it now, like, which is the interesting thing, not just Xbox.
But only about initiative, right?
No, about their games.
In other...
About their games, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Shout out to Microsoft for starting a trend.
But yeah, I think it's an obvious one where it's like, we're going to get more RPGs.
Yeah.
Fable's coming. Fable's coming.
Yeah. Absolutely. He said the word. He said it. It's coming. That's a confirmation.
No, it's Fable 1. We definitely didn't say Fable was coming.
Fable. Yeah, but first of all, he just says Fable, not Fable 1.
He says games like Mass Effect. So what? Mass Effect's coming as exclusive as well, by that quote.
He said Mass Effect. He labeled Mass Effect. It's Mass Effect 1.
Jade Empire.
The remake's obviously coming.
Jade Empire.
Yeah.
And the Fable.
They're combining all three into one game.
Okay. Called Fable.
It's gonna be nutty.
Called Fable reboot.
Yeah. He's been saying the equivalent of this for a while now, so I'm sure that they are working on it, whether it's like a JRPG or this, which I think they all fall into like a similar category. So I definitely expect more than one of the studios that Microsoft got to actually be working on RPGs, and we already got Outer Worlds, right? So the next game they make after that will either be another Outer World or it'll be an RPG of some kind.
Well, they already announced the next game they're working on from that studio.
I meant after that, because they have two different stuff. After that one.
Gotcha. I wonder what Outer Worlds will look. Outer Worlds 2 will look like, or whatever the next when they've got that Xbox package. Remember that game was already in. That's come to everything.
It was basically done. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what that looks like next time around.
Agreed.
Next story: Call of Duty Modern Warfare leak suggests new Battle Royale mode coming. Tons of details found. A ton of details were found for what appears to be a new Battle Royale mode, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, have leaked thanks to a data miner from the COD subreddit. And if you were a fan of Black Ops 4 Blackout mode, you have a lot to look forward to. Originally posted on Reddit by user Carlo, and reported by Eurogamer, the leak/data mine details a slew of new features, including a massive new map and an increased player count according to the leak. It's due out in early 2020. Notably, the map seems to contain both massive ground war maps and the similarly large Spec Ops mode map within the boundaries. This new Battle Royale map will reportedly allow up to 200 players, 100 more than Black Ops 4 mode, to duke it out in a usual solos, duos, and squads variations. I'm going to leave it there. There's more details that you can go check out about more of this. There's like a new system and a bunch of other stuff that you can check out, so please go do that if you want more of this. Crash, how excited does that get you for obviously Call of Duty? I'm loving COD as it is. Imagine that mode having a battle royale, a good battle royale.
Yeah, I've talked about it since I played it. Actually, I think in the beta was that I feel like this Call of Duty would work really well in a battle royale mode. The way it works, the way the guns work, the way you can slightly peek through doors and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it just. I'll be honest.
It feels like it would feel good.
Yeah, no, it would. It definitely does feel like it would feel good. And the only thing that worries me a little bit is the fact that I didn't really like Blackout. I didn't like its armor system. There was certain things about it that I just didn't like. And I'm wondering, I hope this is a lot better. Yeah,
well, this is a different team than the one that makes Blackout. Yeah, so I'd imagine it takes some inspiration from that, but they're like, okay, that didn't work for that. We're going to do something different. And the armor system was one of the notable things where people were like, we don't like how this works.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't think me and you played after they
we did.
made
we played off
big adjustments.
We did play a little bit.
Did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but even still, I didn't. I liked it when you used to make me play it, but yeah. Do you miss it at all?
Like drop. Yeah, yeah. If I had somebody who constantly wanted to play back then, I would play it more. Like, you weren't super into it. Ben wasn't super into it. Nobody was super into it. So it was just like me running into a solo and I'd get to whatever number and then
done.
Me with my big ego would run in like 1v4 and like, I'm gonna get you all, and then I'd die. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not that good at Call of Duty.
We did pretend we're good.
Absolutely. One of the biggest worries about this is the 200 players.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know if I like that.
I'm fine with that. Bunch of noobs.
Yeah. You know what? Make them half bots and I'll be happy.
Oh my god, no. I do not want that. Definitely don't want that.
Bots in Call of Duty would probably like one shot
it
snipe.
It can
you.
have up to 200, so whether that means they like a game will start where
it fills up however much it has.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
There is a ton of Anthem news that's come out. We don't have time to read it all on the show this week. So I'm going to say definitely go check out Kotaku's report on this one. EA, the headline is EA is overhauling Anthem with help from other developers. The quick scheme of it is there are a bunch of other developers working on Anthem. They are planning on repackaging Anthem and doing a expansion like Taken King expansion for Destiny, where they sort of rework the whole entire game. We'll leave it at that for this point, and maybe we can talk about it again next week, Chris, if we have time. Just that on itself, how do you feel about that?
I look forward to seeing what happens.
My only thing is, I'm not paying out for this game again. I paid my $60. I'm not doing it again. I'm not buying I thought this game, the premise of this game was brilliant. Its gameplay, its moment-to-moment gameplay is a lot of fun. Its story was lackluster, its gear system was lackluster, its progression system lackluster, all of that. But my big problem with Destiny always was its expansions. Yeah. Where my case with Anthem is now, you better give me this for free. And I know that sounds super entitled and super like I'm owed it. The game fell flat. Like, so they promised more content constantly in this game. Story content, if you remember rightly.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
an ongoing thing.
World. To be fair, content's been dropping for the game.
No, ongoing story, big stuff.
The story's been continuing.
Has it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know we
played the event where the story continues.
I remember that.
And we barely played it. No. We enjoyed it when we were like, oh yeah, it's cool, you know. We'll play it again.
The gear system's still bad.
Yeah. My question, would you buy a sequel to Anthem?
I can't trust them.
So you wouldn't?
I can't. No.
Okay.
I mean,
because me...
This is the problem. Me, MC Fixer, me, as work, yes. Me, Corey Spear.
No, I mean you, just Corey Spear.
No, I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't trust EA again. If I didn't have to do this for work, I wouldn't touch Anthem with a barge pole at number 2. No way.
I think I'd buy a sequel.
Schmuck.
So if they want to charge me $20 for this, I'd get it.
$20.
But I'm also fine with like the Destiny expansion.
At least the Destiny expansions are good for some people. This game.
But we don't. You can't talk about its expansions and not have tried it. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know if it's going to be free. To be fair, they never said that they're going to charge people for it. It could be a free upgrade for everybody who already has the game.
Let's just leave it there, shall we? Yeah. We'll leave the rest of the news apart from this bit. Games that came out, best-selling games combined digital and physical in the EMEAA for the week ending November 10th. Goes like this: Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Death Stranding, Need for Speed Heat. I've also got that to play. God damn it. FIFA 20, Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Whoop whoop. Grand Theft Auto 5, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Layton's Mystery Journey. Shout out. Number 9, and Just Dance 20, number 10. In the UK, for its opening weekend sales. So this opening weekend.
Yeah.
Pokemon Sword. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Pokemon Shield.
Shout out to Pokemon. Yeah.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. FIFA 20. Luigi's Mansion. Pokemon Sword and Shield Deluxe Edition. Dual Edition.
Okay.
Death Stranding. Mario Kart 8. And Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Crash. Pokemon's on this list 3 times. 4 times if you want. Well, 3 times. Yeah.
It's it's number 2 and 3. No,
spot. Number 1.
Number 1 and number 1 and 3 spot. That's a lot of copies of Pokemon out there.
That's in the UK, but like I said beforehand. So that's crazy.
That's a lot of copies out there. And then Pokemon was okay, because Pokemon wasn't out yet for the other list. Yeah. Okay. That's wild.
So next week we get the other list to see where it all comes down on that one.
Yeah.
For digital
and Pokemon will
physical.
still be on this list, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
For
definitely.
sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Haley saw it. I played the beginning with Haley, and she was like, "Oh, this looks really good. I want this." And I was like, "Oh no." And she was like, "So should I play it on your system, or should we get me a Switch?" And I'm like, "Oh no.
Oh, no.
no."
I wanted that. I wanted the Apple Watch.
Yeah, I'm not getting an Apple Watch. If she wants a Switch, I'm in trouble. So she won't listen to this. I might surprise her and get her one for Christmas.
Ooh.
I'm tempted.
I like that.
I'm tempted.
I like
but
that.
I don't think I'm gonna get her a big Switch. I think I'm gonna get her a light.
Like,
Yeah. I think.
Okay.
But maybe not. She won't listen to this. If she does, turn off quick.
you should have put a Haley warning beforehand.
Yeah, I might get her one for Christmas. Maybe. We'll see.
You know, if you say this and then she does listen to this,
Yeah.
you have to get her one.
Nah. I'll just be like, oh, will you listen to her? No. I might. I'm saying I might. I'm not definitely gonna do it.
You shouldn't have said
No,
anything.
because she'll probably want it. No, because she will probably want it before then.
Got
is the
it.
thing. Like because if we're playing it now, and then everyone stops playing it, she won't want to play it. So she just got her Xbox, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, she got a year of Game Pass as well. So I'm like, I'm going through Game Pass with her. I'm like, oh, what game should we download? And I'm like, oh, do you want this? She's like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, do you want this? She's like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, Haley, you just got. You know how many people would love an Xbox One X? And Haley's like, yeah, I get to watch Sky on it. Yeah, I get to watch Netflix. I'm like, no, please.
It's a Netflix machine.
Well, we've got a TV that has Netflix, so we're fine. It's just like, come on, play a goddamn game. And she's playing this dumb game on her phone, which is like, it's like avatars, like, and they just like, it's a dating sim avatar. I'm like, just play a daddy day sim or something like that. Like, play a real game. She's like, this is a real game. How dare you? I'm like, this guy's cheating on his wife, and do you want it? I'm like, oh, this is trash. This is trash. But she loves it. She absolutely sitting there every night. She's been playing it every single night. I'm like, oh, mobile gamers, casuals. How dare they?
They gross me out. I can't believe it.
Games with Gold this month. You have Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter from November 1st to November 30th. The Final Station from November 16th to December 15th. And last but not least, you have Joy Ride Turbo, from November 16th to November 30th. Crash. That is the end of our show. Thankfully, we could have went on for way longer than we did, but hour and a half is plenty. Plenty. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of it. What you got to plug this week?
Twitch.tv/Crushnick. I will be playing Pokemon, Star Wars, and maybe making fun of Fix.
And COD. Don't act like you're not going to play COD. Multiplayer.
I don't stream.
You don't stream COD?
I don't stream. Period.
I was going to say, what day is going to be like? Just so people understand your schedule. You know.
I said I don't stream. What are you asking me that for?
Sorry.
Why are you pressing me about something I just answered?
My bad. That's what I do as a journalist. My apologies. You can find me everywhere at MC Fix. And remember, this week, even if you're hearing this, I'm going to put this out early for this sake. I will be in London. Oh, I live in London, but we will be up London doing meetups. If you want to come meet me, if you want to come chill, you want to come play some bowling, play some mini golf, come get some dinner, come be around the best community on the internet, which is my community and kind of funnies. Please do hit me up on Twitter if you need anything. And until next time, I will love you, leave you, and see you all later. Goodbye.